everyone, this is Robin. I am now 91 weeks on testosterone. It has been really long time since I went on the internet. Um, on background, I have my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands, Muse, but it's distracting me, so I'm gonna put it down. What I wanted to talk about is what happened in the meantime. The last time I spoke to you was when I had the thing with the chest and what happened with the plastic surgeon. Um, Meanwhile, my voice didn't change. Um, I have days, especially when I'm sick, I sound a bit deeper, but other than that, it hasn't changed a bit. Um, and for a while, um, some people said Mr. to me, which felt good, which felt really, really good. Um, but last week, I went to the hospital and I needed to know where I had to go. And so this lady at the counter said, "Oh, you need to go there, ma'am." And I was like, "Oh, shit." And then the day before, I went to the store and this guy said to me, "Oh, you have to go to the register, ma'am." And it really sucked. I really thought that I was past the thing, and I was really passing as a guy, which I'm not. And I just keep wondering, is it the voice, or is it the way I look? Is it because I'm not broad enough? Is it because I don't have a beard yet? I'm growing more hair at this point, but not enough to have a beard yet. And I am 91 weeks on testosterone, so in September, I will be 2 years on testosterone. And if I see the videos of other people, then I'm way behind everyone, and it's really, really frustrating. I've also had a meeting with the plastic surgeon. I had mailed him telling him that I was really disappointed and that there was really a miscommunication about the price and all that, and that the nipples were not done right, and that it was not in my head, that people around me said the same thing. And so he proposed to have a get together. So my girlfriend went with me, and we saw him. And the first thing he said, "Oh, let me see your chest." And so he looked at my chest, and then he's like, "Oh, I expected worse, and it's not that bad." And he was really minimalizing everything again, and it really pissed me off. But I tried to be polite because, like I said before, he is the only one in Belgium doing it. So, you don't really want to take him off. On the other hand, I don't really want to be pushed around. If it's done badly, then it's done badly. I'm not saying it's really bad, but it's like 1 centimeter too low, but that makes a whole lot of difference. And so he went on like, "Oh, did you lose weight?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, maybe that's why the nipples are lower now because your skin is not as flexible anymore." And I'm like, "Look, doctor," I said, "that's not the point. It was like this from the beginning." And a good thing that my girlfriend was there, because she could back me up on this. And so he was really saying other things than he said the last time I saw him. Like the last time he said I had too much skin, so he was gonna take some skin off, and he was gonna put the nipples higher. And now he's like, when I told him about that, he was like, "Oh, I didn't say that." I said, "Yes, you did." And he's like, "Oh, maybe I said it because I sensed that you were really upset about it." And I was like, well, I didn't tell him, but I was thinking, um, I don't think you were really feeling what I was feeling. So now he was saying he could lift it up a bit and put some fat in it. I'm really not keen on the fat thing. And I told him, I said, "I think the advantage of it all, of me being older, And having this surgery is that he could, give me like the perfect chest for a 41-year-old guy. Um, and also, I told him that my cracker cracks my back said that maybe that the muscles were cut on the wrong side. He said, "Oh, we didn't even touch your muscles." So I do believe him there, but something did go wrong, and so I was also telling him about the scar that you can see like the scar coming out a bit, like he didn't saw it inside, but it's a bit outside. It's just this piece, but obviously it's never gonna go away because it's outside. And afterwards he was like, "Oh, if you're gonna be picky about that, then I don't know if I want to do the bottom surgery because you're never gonna be content." And I was a bit shocked because again, he's the only one doing it. So you know, he said, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should do something else or whatever. And then we went on about me wanting it out of the leg and why I want it out of the leg, the skin, I mean. But yeah, it cost 2,000 euros more than just taking it out of the arm. But you need to do a test first if you have enough veins in your leg that can be used for the penis, for the fallow. Um, so yeah, it was a good conversation in the sense that he did admit that he miscommunicated about the price, and or his assistant did, and he told me what it cost, and I taped the conversation because I thought to myself, he's not gonna come back to me another time saying different things because now I'm gonna have it on tape because that really pisses me off that people say one thing and then the next time they make you feel like you're this stupid person and that you just make up things. I really cannot stand it. So yeah, that happened. Another thing that happened was my mother's boyfriend. I mean, of all people. Um, it's a long story, but basically he wanted to rent my house that is for sale, and he wanted to make up his own rules about it, like his own price and all that, and it was really too low for where it was, and so I went back to him and saying, look, it was still a good price. That's the price I want, and he wasn't really too happy about it, and so he started mailing me and really being very discriminating, trying to um, put me down, saying things about my being transgender, like saying dickless somebody and titless somebody, and yeah, it really wasn't a good period. And eventually I told my mom because he threatened me that I couldn't tell my mom, and I did. And at first she said, "Oh, that's a no-go," and but she chose to be with him afterwards anyway, and kind of actually blamed me for not accepting his first apology because he sent me a mail after the first time he called me names, and but basically it came down that he never really meant it because he wrote worse things the second time, the third time. But according to her, if I had like, taken his apology from the beginning, he wouldn't have done the rest. Um, so yeah, that was it for me. So I kind of broke with my mom because there are just limits to what you can accept. It's not the only thing she did in my life, but no, she just went too far. You just gotta put limits to what you accept, and if they can keep doing it, then basically you can only blame yourself, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's what's been happening lately. The Voice. I went to this voice coach, kind of. I don't know how you call it in English. And she tested my voice and she said that it's actually quite average for a guy. I don't know if I just had a day where my voice was kind of low. I don't know. Um, but like I said, I don't know what makes people think that I'm a woman. Um, and you know, I mean, I'm walking around with a blazer. I mean, I'm dressed very, very male. Is it my posture? Am I not wide enough? Cause okay, I have to admit, I haven't been working out. I'm just I just don't get there. I should, it's just I wonder why I don't get there because it would be a good thing that I would just try to work out and get more muscle, be a bit, you know, wider here and muscled, and that might be more convincing. But just that's just the thoughts that I keep having. Like, oh, if I do that, then they will see me as a guy. If I do that, or if I have that, I will be more. So, actually, to anyone out there, if you have any suggestions on how you can make your voice sound lower, please tell me. I could use your advice. You know, tomorrow we're leaving. We're going on holiday to Spain. So yeah, it's the first holiday in 2 years with my girlfriend since the transitioning. Because as I told you earlier, I was quite scared to go abroad. Um, but yeah, this is not a Muslim country, so and it's a time that there are not that many people there, so I feel a bit more comfortable. I kind of wonder if I'll be able to go to the beach topless. I'll tell you more about that later, if I did or not. So yeah, looking forward to that. But on the other hand, being a bit scared because yeah, you just don't know how people will react. How and because this week people said "ma'am" to me, it's even more. Uh, it's more tricky. It's more. I can't come up with the word, but anyway. Um, yeah, I wonder what people will say if they will see me as a guy or a woman. Um, so yeah, that's been it's been really depressing when they say it even now after such a long time. You really get tired. You're like, oh come on. It's because I was getting up because they did say sir for some time now, and then at this time, obviously my hair, as you can see, I'm trying to um, have this hair do that goes way back, like Ewan McGregor. But maybe that's not a good choice. Maybe I should just have it really short or something. That maybe I'll be more male that way. So yeah, that's about it for now. I hope to talk to you soon. Um, I will try to have an update earlier or sooner than I did now. Um, so yeah, if you have any comments, then just put it out there. Talk to you later. Bye.